One of the 18 Lusikisiki massacre victims, Nomazwi Ndleleni, will be laid to rest today. 18 people were gunned down in Ngobozana village, killed in the mass shooting. She survived by her 4 children. The motive behind the massacre remains unclear, with one suspect arrested and due back in court. Sipha Kema is in Ngobozana and joins us now live. Good morning, Sipha. With regards to this particular case, how far have we gotten and how much do we know about the outstanding people who are said to have been involved in this killing?
Well, as of now, Massacre, we don't know much about the arrests, but what we do know, however, is that one arrest has been made so far, and the accused, Sipha has appeared. He has made his first appearance last week, but he's due back in court for bail application on Tuesday. That's where the rest of the information will come from, as well as the investigation is still pending. That's as far as we know when it comes to the accused and the suspects in this matter.
Could you take us through what we can expect from today's funeral service of the 18th victim of the Lusikisiki massacre?
Well, today, where we are right now, Massacre, we are in the Sinqina family where 14 of the 18 victims were tragically gunned down, and 59-year-old Nomazwi Ndleleni was one of those. She was one of the community members as well as neighbors to Sinqina who had come out to actually assist the Sinqina family with preparations as they were going to make their way to Mantlaneni for that ceremony to mark the end of the mourning period for Mary Sinqina's daughter and sister, as well as Mary Sinqina's daughter's husband. Now, Nomazwi had come here to assist the family with in terms of preparations like brewery making and brewing the African beer and assisting, but because it got so late, she ended up sleeping over, and unfortunately for her, she became part of those that were gruesomely gunned down and their lives were cut short. Now, Massacre, what's happening right now, they have brought her into the Sinqina family, as we saw with yesterday's funeral proceedings, to actually come and collect her spirit, as this is where she breathed her last breath. But not only that, Massacre, she is, as you mentioned, the last victim to be buried today. Yesterday, we do know that 12 victims were buried in Lambasi, 11 of them from the Sinqina family, and also 4 of the Matu family, but also in East London, Mandisa as well, who was a girlfriend to Tobile Sinqina, was also buried yesterday. Ruth King was the first funeral on Friday, and Nomazwi Ndleleni is the last. Now let's take a listen to what her sons, before we listen to what her son had said shortly before her death. Here she is being brought in now to where she took her last breath, inside this veranda, Massacre. As you can see with the shrub that you're seeing on top of the coffin there, that is a way of taking the spirit in a closer tradition where they're collecting her spirit to take her, of course, and tell her that they're going to take her to her resting place. But before that, they're going to take her home. Here we hear the family member now talking to her as well and collecting the spirit. Now, as I mentioned, Masichaba, Nomazwi Ndleleni is survived by her 4 children who had said at this moment they have nothing. They didn't even know how they were going to bury their mother, as all 4 of them are unemployed and their mother was the breadwinner. She also was unemployed, but she survived by collecting recycling cans as well as plastic so that she could have those few cents and rands to help her family get by and also for her family to survive, Masichaba. That's how she earned a living. Let's hear what her son had to say shortly before the incident, shortly after the incident occurred in Nomazwi Ndleleni.
Sihlelo again because asiyazi ba kwenzakaleni kumama. Asibaza abenzi bobubi ba bandawo. Yintoni esazoqhubeka yenzeke? Yintoni isizathu salento yenzekileyo? Asiyazi. So singafisa kakhulu ba singakwazi ukuthi sifumane uncedo lokuba sikwazi ba silungise ikhaya esinalo, sifumane umsebenzi, sikwazi ukungcwaba umama ngesidima.
And now, Masichaba, we are praying. They are busy with the prayer session. After the prayer session, they will then move the body to a home where there will be the funeral service, and thereafter she will be laid to rest. Of course, we will bring you more updates on the ground from Nomazwi Ndleleni's funeral here. We see them starting to move her body out, Masichaba, so that they could take her to her home, where they're going to perform the same ceremony and ritual to tell her that they've brought her home. Now they're going to take her to the gravesite, and thereafter she can finally rest in peace. We can see Masichaba, all her friends and community members gathered here to pay their last respects and also bid farewell to Nomazwi Ndleleni. And what I can tell you is that the community of Ngobozana and other surrounding areas have come out in numbers to come and say they bid their final goodbye to the 59-year-old who was tragically gunned down with the other 17 people here in the Sinqina home.
All right, thank you so much, Sipha. That is Newzroom Africa reporter Sipha Kema, reporting live from Ngobozana village in Lusikisiki, where one of the 18 and the last of the 18 of the Lusikisiki massacre victims is being laid to rest today. We'll bring you more developments on the funeral as it continues.